Triangle inequality is a property of modulus of the complex numbers. Let us see the proof for that. Modulus of the sum of two complex numbers Z1 plus Z2 is lesser than or equal to modulus of Z1 plus modulus of Z2. This side we are adding, then taking the modulus. This side first we are taking the modulus and then adding. So let's see the proof. Modulus of a complex number is squared. It will be equal to Z into Z conjugate. So now you square this Z1 plus Z2 modulus of Z1 plus Z2. You square it. So you can apply this property. That is Z1 plus Z2 and multiply by its conjugate. Next Z1 plus Z2. Then this can be written like this, because conjugate of the sum is equal to sum of the conjugates. So this can be written like this. Z1 plus Z2 conjugate can be written as Z1 conjugate plus Z2 conjugate. Next, multiply Z1 into Z1 conjugate. Next, this with this Z1 into Z2 conjugate. Next, this with this Z1 conjugate into Z2, then Z1 into Z2 conjugate. Z1 into Z1 conjugate. Here Z1 into Z2 conjugate plus Z1 conjugate into Z2. So this can be written like this, because Z conjugate, again if you take the conjugate, it will be Z itself. So we can write like this. This term can be written like this. See, Z1 conjugate, Z2 2 times conjugate. So it will be same as Z2. So this can be written like this. Then next, we can use this property. If a complex number is added to its conjugate, it will be 2 times the real part of the complex number. So for this we can write like this. Is another property that we can see later. So if a complex number is added to its conjugate, it will be equal to 2 times the real part of the complex number. Here the complex number is Z1 into Z2 conjugate, plus this is a complex number is multiplied by its conjugate. So it will be, it's a modulus square. That is this property again we are using. Z1 into Z into Z conjugate. Z into Z conjugate is modulus of Z square. So you can use this property here and here. Z1 into Z1 conjugate is modulus of Z1 square. Then next step, you can apply this property. Real part of the complex number will be lesser than or equal to modulus of Z. Modulus of Z will be greater than the real part of Z. So for this, if you write modulus of Z1 into Z2 conjugate, this will become, that side will become greater, because the modulus will be greater than the real part of the complex number. We are applying this property. Modulus of the complex number is greater than the real part. So here we are writing greater number, so that side is going to be bigger. So it is, after this step you have to write greater than or equal. This side is going to be lesser. Next, from this step you can write like this. Here modulus of Z1 into Z2 conjugate, you can apply this property. Modulus of Z1 into Z2 is modulus of Z1 into modulus of Z2. So you can apply this property here. Modulus of Z1 into modulus of Z2 conjugate, but modulus of Z2 conjugate is same as modulus of Z. So from this step you can write like this. Now this is of the form a square plus 2ab plus b square. So you can write this modulus of Z1 plus modulus of Z2 all square. By taking square root on both sides, you can get to this relation. So modulus of Z1 plus Z2 is lesser than or equal to modulus of Z1 plus modulus of Z2. Now let us see the geometrical interpretation of triangle inequality. this point is representing Z1, or this vector is representing Z1. This is representing Z2, or this vector is representing Z2. Now either you consider this triangle or this triangle. So the one side of the triangle cannot be greater than the sum of the other two sides. So this is modulus of Z1. This is modulus of Z2. This is modulus of Z1 plus Z2. So this side cannot be greater than the sum of these two sides. This is Z2. So this length is the modulus of Z2. So this is also the modulus of Z2. This is modulus of Z1. Sum of these two will be greater than this. So that's why modulus of Z1 plus modulus of Z2, that is greater than the modulus of Z1 plus Z2. Now instead of the Z2 you put minus Z2. So plus into minus, minus. But this side, instead of Z2 you are putting minus Z2, but the modulus of minus Z2 is same as modulus of Z2. So you are getting one more expression. So from these two you can write like this. See, modulus of Z1 plus Z2 is lesser than or equal to modulus of Z1 plus modulus of Z2. And here modulus of Z1 minus Z2. This side you are finding the modulus and then adding. Here adding, then finding the modulus. Here subtracting and finding the modulus. Anyhow, these will be greater. Here find the modulus, then subtract. So it can be a positive number or a negative number. Then you take the modulus. So you will get a positive number. So that is going to be the least. That is going to be lesser than this. So that is the geometrical meaning of triangle inequality. Then if you subtract a modulus, two complex numbers, modulus of Z1 minus Z2. So you will get the distance between the complex number. Modulus of Z1 minus Z2 will give you the distance between the complex numbers. I hope you have understood the triangle inequality. Those who have not subscribed the channel, subscribe the channel so that my videos will reach you. Thank you for watching.